I would have known that accepting this woman's invitation to go back to her hotel room would have led to a scandal involving the president of the largest Christian university in the world and the president of the United States.
I think it's 13 carats, the same age that you were, Becki, when you guys met. So I want to transition here.
Please.
Before I get fired.
Quickly.
It was a quiet Monday, very calm week, and I was just starting it off by doing some research on Candace Owens' husband and her, and I was writing their love story. I did a video, full deep dive on how they met, got married. If you've not watched that video, please go check it out on the channel. So while I was watching this video, enjoying the love story, I stumbled upon a video of them while they were on their honeymoon. And that video caught my attention. This was a video that was posted on September 6th, 2019 at Liberty University Convocation, where the Falwells, a university host, interviewed the conservative activist Candace Owens and her husband, George Farmer. Well, I was just enjoying their time on there, how Candace Owens was talking about their story, how they met, the love, because I was just going around trying to find more videos on understanding how they met, their love story. Then it piqued my attention when they were talking about, they turned it to the other couple, the Falwells, and said, when did you meet Becki? And they ignored that question.
Wondering why.
Becki, tell them how you proposed to me.
How old was Becki when you guys met? Some of our freshmen don't know this story.
We don't need to go on that story, but yeah, I proposed to Jerry. He had finished law school, and he had taken the bar exam.
Was he,
And I said, can we get married now? And he said yes.
We had dated for 2 years, and I told her, after I pass the bar exam, we can get married. So she remembered that. And sure enough, as soon as I passed it, she said, can we get married now? I said, yes. Okay. Yes. Okay.
the day that you met him, was he shirtless on a horse, or did he actually have clothes on?
No, she was 13 and I was 18 when I met her.
There it is.
All right, let's not get, so Candace.
Well, hold up.
Yeah, hashtag blessed, hashtag 13, hashtag 18.
Hey girls, let's take a look at the ring on Candace's finger, by the way.
I think it's 13 carats, the same age that you were, Becki, when you guys met. So I want to transition here.
Please.
Before I get fired.
Quickly.
All right, real quick. So if you're wondering why, I know.
And they said, no, let them not get into it. I was like, huh? Why not? Then they asked, how old? No, let's not get into it. Then the guy turned and joked to the wife, tell them how you proposed to me. People laughed. Then the next minute, the guy made a mistake. Mr. Falwell made a mistake and said when he met her, she was 13. And why they were laughing it off as if it was a joke, I saw a hand movement, which I have only seen George Farmer do it once before while he was talking about Andrew Tate. He quickly ran to the cut sign and said no. And I said, I've seen this thing before. I have.
Once at the Trump Hotel, I think it's 4. I think the total number is 4. Yeah, it's crazy. And so they...
If you heard him, listen carefully. He first of all whispered, Andrew. And he showed the sign that they should cut. Probably he did not know the camera would pick him. And I don't know who hated him so much that they posted it with that hand sign of his. You notice how awkward he felt. And it was the same awkwardness I saw there. Then I told myself, this couldn't have been a joke. This must be something that is real. So I told myself, who are these individuals? Let me go look into them. And if the story of them meeting these people are true, and lo and behold, this two couple, actually, the man met the wife when she was 13 years old and he was 18. So the initial age gap between Becki Taylor, or later Becki Falwell, and Jerry Falwell Jr. was a little conspicuous. And I told myself, hey, if there is something we have learned from Candy Baby, it is this. If someone tells you a small problem or a small lie, there is a bigger lie. If you notice a small problem, there is a bigger problem. And it's also important to investigate all the people that people associate themselves with. Because look at Candace. She did not only investigate the Macrons, she investigated their dogs, the decorators, the cats, all their backgrounds. And I told myself, if Candace Owens and her husband were linking themselves to these people, they were providing them platforms for them to come and talk about their Brexit, Blexit, and all their organization, especially when they just got married. They were on their honeymoon, for crying out loud, and they decided to skip that honeymoon and show up for this show with this couple. It means these are important people in their life, and it means I need to check out and see who these people are and how, why Candace Owens and her husband are linked to them. If Candace Owens knows that this man went after this girl when she was 13 and he was 18, yes, he was legal and 18 and is still a teenager, but she was 13 years old. That didn't give Candace the ick. She was going all about people who are chasing after little children, and well, she's very selective about it because that has never stopped her from defending Andrew Tate. That's another video we are working on. I'll be releasing latest next week, okay? I promise I'll release before Christmas. Let me go into this couple's life and check. Ladies and gentlemen, if I tell you that I was horrified, please, that was a small story. I was petrified. I was scared because of what I saw about this couple. Now, first things first, let's start with the husband. Jerry Falwell Jr. is the eldest son of Jerry Falwell Sr., who was an American Baptist pastor, televangelist, and founder of the Moral Majority and Liberty University. Born on June 17, 1962, in Lynchburg, Virginia, USA. His education graduated from Liberty University with a Bachelor of Arts in History and Religious Studies in 1984. Obtained a Juris Doctor from the University of Virginia School of Law in 1987. His career was really mostly at Liberty University, where he enjoyed the nepotism that came from having a father be somehow there. So he served as the president of Liberty University in Lynchville, Virginia from 2007 until his resignation in August 2020, so just a year after the conversation he had with Candace Owens and her husband on their honeymoon. And put a pin on that resignation, because the reason for that resignation, guys, ooh, Lord, the scandals, sexual, financial, everything in between, okay? Stay tuned. We are here. Let's go on this ride. Candace Owens will be proud because we are taking every step she follows, okay? He took on his role following the death of his father, Jerry Falwell Sr., who founded the university in 1971. Under his leadership, the university was scrutinized for its alleged authoritarian control, nepotism, and the increasing influence of his wife, Becki, the wife he met when she was 13. Political affiliations. He is affiliated with the Republican Party and is a prominent evangelical leader. My ass. It's always the Christian ones. His support for presidential candidate Donald J. Trump in 2016 was a major factor in securing Trump's Republican nomination. He married Becki Taylor in 1987. Now, let's look at Becki Taylor, the baby who was 13 when Jerry decided this is where I want to be. Becki Falwell is a wife of Jerry Falwell Jr., was the first lady of Liberty University during her husband's presidency. Her role, she was one of the moderators for the conversation with Candace Owens and George Farmer at Liberty University's Convocation, the event in 2019, and apparently other events like that. She married Jerry Falwell in 1987, like we said before. She told the Associated Press that she and Jerry were more in love than ever and that he is the most forgiving person she ever met. And you will understand why she says he is the most forgiving person she ever met in a few minutes. Because Lord, have mercy on us. Becki Falwell's life in the public eye became challenging, with her stating that she and Jerry had to put on an act due to the pressure of the role. She had an extramarital affair with a former Miami pool attendant, Giancarlo Granda, from 2012 to 2018. Guys, which she described as the biggest regret she ever had and the result of feeling lonely. Usually when I hear people say the biggest regret I ever had is people who just had like a one-night stand or something that lasted a few days to a few months or a month and then they stop it after their eyes clear. So you had it from 2012 to 2018. You were there back to back to back, back to back to back. I will leave it there. Let's continue. This affair was reportedly public in 2020, leading to Jerry Falwell's eventual resignation from Liberty University. She later claimed that she was assaulted by Granda in 2018 during a trip to their farm, which she did not report at the time due to feeling of guilt and fear. Granda declined to comment on this claim. Well, let's look into their relationship and criminal history. The relationship between the couple and Giancarlo Granda is one of the major reasons why Mr. had to resign around 2020.
As a pool attendant, I would get hit on, but if I would have known that accepting this woman's invitation to go back to her hotel room would have led to a scandal involving the president of the largest Christian university in the world and the president of the United States, I would have walked away and just enjoyed my private life.
The Falwells are the Southern Gatsbys. They're wealthy,
Powerful with Christian's communications empire.
and they're sloppy as
They have a public image, but behind the scenes, they're freaks. At the time, I didn't really know who they were.
My brother was at the age of one of their sons. He started being friendly with the kids.
They had no idea that their dad liked to record his wife getting in a room by a younger guy.
What is happening?
Becki was in love with this kid. Jerry was looking at keeping his wife happy. They were bringing him into a world he couldn't imagine. Real estate, politics.
He was on top of the world.
I'm like, this is it.
I have never heard of anybody buying some kid that they met at the pool for $4.5 million business. Like, what's going on?
We have a very powerful endorsement coming.
Jerry Falwell Jr.
Trump didn't fit the model of the evangelical candidate. There was some sort of relationship between Falwell, the pool attendant, Trump, and Michael Cohen.
He was paid to dig up dirt on people and control them with that dirt.
I'm screwed.
This is where it became dangerous.
You don't know what lengths people are willing to go when they have so much to lose.
If they
The start of the relationship, the Falwells met Giancarlo Granda, a 20-year-old pool attendant at a pool in Hotel Miami in March 2012. He slipped Becki his phone number, which led to a relationship that lasted 6 years. Okay? Granda claimed to have had a sexual relationship with Becki Falwell from 2012 to 2018, sometimes while Jerry Falwell Jr. watched and was in a room. So actually, Granda said allegedly they were having the kind of thing that, you know, which other couple people have alleged had that kind of relationship. Please drop it in the comment section. Jerry Falwell Jr. denied being involved in the actual relationship, stating that Becki had an inappropriate personal relationship with this person, something in which I was not involved. Jerry Falwell Jr. later stated that he once walked in on his wife and the pool attendant having sex and called it traumatizing, though he stayed to watch. Candy baby, where are you when your friends are acting this ratchet in the streets? You check everybody's history except your friends and yours. So he walked in on his wife and the pool boy having sex. Then it was traumatizing, but he stayed and watched. No wonder the guy Granda said That guy was always enjoying this thing, sitting at the corner watching it. You remember what happened between Didi and the other? Yeah, something like that. Allegedly, that's the kind of time that the Falwells and Granda were on. Now let's look into financial and criminal history. The Falwells and Granda became business partners with the couple, including him in an investment in a local property that is Miami hotels. Jerry Falwell Jr. alleged that Granda attempted to blackmail the couple, threatening to reveal the relationship publicly unless they paid him substantial money. Okay? Granda denied the extortion attempt, stating he was trying to negotiate a buyout from a business arrangement with the couple. This relationship was tight. They started dating when he was a freshman at Liberty University, then got married in 1987. So while they were married in their mid-20s, they first met when Becki was a minor and Jerry was a college-age student. Are we all together? Are we all understanding what's going on here? Yeah, those are Candy Baby's collaborators. Yeah, in the Republican Party. Those are the Republicans. Yes, the very demure Republicans. Now let's look into other major scandals and controversies involving this couple. There was a social media scandal, a photo. In August 2020, Jerry Falwell posted and quickly deleted a photo on social media. The image showed him with his pants unzipped and holding a glass of liquid he described as black water, with his arm around a young woman, reportedly his wife's assistant, whose shorts were also unzipped. Controversy. The photo led to his initial indefinite leave of absence from Liberty University, as critics said the image was hypocritical, given the university's strict student code of conduct that mandates modest dress and prohibits alcohol consumption. But the uncle was there on the kind of on Diddy time. Actually, let me just say they were on Diddy time, allegedly. So they were on the campus claiming Jesus is Lord, prayerful Lord, warriors. Oh, the conservatives. We are going to conserve the youth of today. Meanwhile, they were on Diddy time, him and his wife, allegedly. Now, that's not all. There were allegations of financial misconduct and nepotism, authoritarian control and nepotism. During his tenure, Liberty University was criticized for the Falwells family alleged authoritarian control over employees and students, as well as nepotism towards family-owned businesses in the school's investment. Real estate business dispute. The couple went into business with Ganda, the Ganda guy, who said he was doing things with in fact, he said they were on Diddy time. The man at the center of the affair, investing in a Miami hotel. The business arrangement later led to legal disputes between the Falwell and Granda over the ownership of the property. So my question is, if this man is claiming that he was not watching at the corner, why this young boy was doing things to his wife, why did he enter business with her until they were blackmailing him? What were they blackmailing him over? Or maybe it could have been they were blackmailing him over the wife's secretary or his wife's secretary activities that he too was carrying out. This couple were interesting, huh? Yeah. Also, Liberty University sued him $40 million for breach of contract and violation of fiduciary duty, alleging he withheld information about his marital scandal and personal impairment by alcohol when negotiating a lucrative 2019 employment agreement. Jerry Falwell Jr. sued the university multiple times regarding his severance package and for damaging his reputation, a suit he later dropped, and later over the use of his father's image. The dispute were eventually settled for an undisclosed sum, part of which was his authorized retirement and severance payment. He had also workplace misconduct. A 2019 article reported that Jerry Falwell allegedly engaged in crude discussions about his sex life at work with a senior university official. Allegations about Becki Falwell. An article published during the main scandal alleged that Becki Falwell had a sexual encounter with a former Liberty student in 2008. She denied the allegation. But will it be so far-fetched, given that she was 13 when her husband was hunting her around like a dog is hunting a bone? Well, I would like us to look now at the relationship between Candace Owens and the George Farmer and this couple. Because when I first saw it, I was like, But maybe they just met by some chance and something like that. But that's not all. Besides their shared political views as Republicans, conservatives, and things like that, Candace Owens and her husband, who were championing Blexit and Brexit at the time when they met this couple were constantly giving them a platform at Liberty University, which means they had a mutual beneficial relationship where they would provide them the platform for them to come to the university, same like TPUSA is doing, touring universities and things like that. They will provide them a platform for them to come and have their things and all of that. And they are also Republicans, conservative, and things like that. So my worry is, if Candace Owens says people should vet everyone around them, you should not be able to say hi to somebody without them having a clean and squeaky clean reputation. How come Candace Owens was not able to vet these people from this Liberty University? I know that yes, they were claiming to be Christian, all Christian and holy and thou, but how come she was not able to vet them? It's suspicious. Suspicious. I'm just doing Candace Owens here, please. She'll be very proud. This is suspicious because it is something smells fishy here. If they were lying and covering up scandals like this one, where they were on Diddy time, allegedly, and doing financial fraud and nepotism and all of this, that means there are bigger things they were hiding. Yeah. According to the investigative methods of Candace Owens, there are bigger things they're hiding. So we would like to know, what is the relationship, the full breakdown of the relationship between Candace Owens and this couple? Candace, I know that you people like to ask people questions. We are just asking questions. Are we sure that the only relationship you had with this couple was them being part of the Republican Party, them providing you people the networks, the platform at Liberty University for you guys to come and be giving your talks? You even had to abandon your honeymoon and run to give a talk in that Liberty University where they were conversing how they met at 10, at 13 and 19. What do you have to say to this? And since, let's assume that, okay, when this happened, right, she had no idea about it. She never knew, like she clutched her purse when she heard that this man saw this woman when she was 13. And from that stage, definitely she knew from that stage that she was 13, right? Because they said it in front of them and they laughed it off. I didn't see her clutch her purse. I didn't see her say, 13? No, she was laughing it off, and her husband said, Kurt, let's move on. Let's assume that she knew about all these other extra scandals afterwards. Why hasn't she made one comment about it? But she goes along. She would call, if somebody had a small stain of paint on their life, in their past life, she will bring it on, or she will unveil it. But this scandal that unveiled in front of them, because after the Liberty discussion they had in September 2019, immediately by 2020, things started showing up about this couple. Before that, they had the revelation when they were 13 years old. Why did she not say anything? She just sat quiet, acted as if nothing happened. It was fine. Okay, I've said my own. Ladies and gentlemen, as you have seen, this is a scandalous situation which we need to talk about more, and people need to be able to call out individuals who are going after children who are 13 years old. Because this lady, as much as she has her own shadiness when she grew up, she was 13. What was this college student looking for behind a 13-year-old child? Candice, can you answer that question? I have said my own. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time. Thank you very much for coming to the end of this video. Like the video, share, subscribe, and please, if you like, you can join the membership where I can drop some content, because sometimes YouTube is very problematic with some content, so I usually have to drop it on the Patreon or the membership and put it on the membership only. And if YouTube cannot handle it, I just send it straight to the Patreon. So please join my Patreon. There are free tiers for the Patreon. You must not pay to join the Patreon. You can join the Patreon for free, or you decide to pick a tier. It's fine. And it's very, very affordable, trust me. Or you can join the membership, support me. It helps the channel for this research, for this work, editing, and all of everything that I'm doing. Thank you very much. And until next time, Bye.